Hello and welcome to Gigglepin Winches. It's an exciting time, a fantastic time. It's the 20th anniversary in 2017, but more importantly than that, it's the thing that everyone's talking about at the moment. It's the launch of the GP100, and here they are. Check these bad boys out. Complete and utter weapons, and we're going to find out a little bit about them. 2 years ago, I walked into the office and I said to the guys and girls, we need to make a new winch. It needs to be stronger, it needs to be lighter, it needs to be more cost effective. They thought I was insane. How could you replace the GP80, a winch that was so well known for its reliability, that had dominated the winch challenge scene around the world? But here it is. It started by installing our own design team using SolidWorks so we could push the boundaries of design, and that's what we've done. So we started with the lower casing, redesigned completely. We now have 12 symmetrical mounting points, a removable brake pull mount. We're starting to see problems with the earlier winches that were getting 8-9 years old where this pull mount was wearing out. That meant a replacement casing. Not the case anymore. We can just replace that one component. Bronze bush seating's been improved and now has a lock bolt as well. The 7548 gear has improved oiling, and if we spin round here, we've changed this entire bearing and oil seal area. We now have a large roller bearing that sits in here, a twin lip oil seal, and between those we have an oil thrower and a return hole here, so any oil caught between the two gets returned back into the lower casing. On the top, we've added an extra bolt hole as well for added security for that top housing. Speaking of top housings, here it is, the replacement for the incredible Pro Series, the top housing that changed everything in the winch challenge scene. This one though is lighter, 1.5 kilos lighter, comes with 5 different ratios, and it's just a better bit of kit. I've been so happy with the development with this as we moved along. We've narrowed it from this face, we've narrowed it from this face, so from maintenance point of view now, we don't have to remove this end plate to get to these 3 bolt holes. But if we do remove this end plate, it now has an O-ring seal rather than a gasket for ease of reassembly. On this face, we have better sealing surfaces for our gaskets for our motors, and now the breather comes out between the motors, which keeps it nice and neat and tidy. Still have a filler plug here, O-ring seal on it, and an iridium magnet. And if we look inside, lovely new gear sets and 6 roller bearings. The gears have been made stronger, they've been made lighter, they've just been made better, and I'm incredibly proud of that top housing. Now let's have a look at the gears themselves. This is a 7548 and this is a 7550, redesigned to be lighter and stronger. We've added strength in the outer areas and removed a little bit of weight on the inner areas. Just on those 2 gears alone, we've actually managed to save 1.5 kilos. So what does that mean? Well, that means that these winches unbelievably are 4.5 kilos lighter than the GP80, but they're 10 kilos lighter than another leading manufacturer on the market. 10 kilos, think about that. If you've got 2 winches on your car, that's the equivalent of 1 big can of fuel. That's huge. Very proud of the fact that all our gears and all our casings are made in the UK. So these gears here made less than 5 miles away from our workshop. These castings less than 10 miles away. And that includes our main shafts, made by the same place who makes our things. All those parts are brought together and assembled here by our staff at Gigglepin Winches. All the drums are welded here on site. In fact, I weld most of them myself and have the burns to prove it. Now, what powers these winches? We're using the fantastic Bow Motor 2s and Albright contactors. Power bars now as standard, and the wiring is standard as well. All you need to do is a main power, main earth, and then hook up the 2 wires there for your in and out, and you're up and running. Fantastic. Oil-filled gearbox, and at the bottom here we have a drain plug. Same plug as we use in the top, M18, iridium magnet, O-ring seal, external brake. It's awesome, doesn't get better. So good for those very fast hill descents that we want to make in places like the Croatia Trophy, etc, etc. But we got something new. If we look over here, we'll see there's something added to these motors here. It's our MBS, motor brake system. Fits to any Bow Motor 1 or any Bow Motor 2 or XP motor, no matter what the winch. Allows instant stop and works automatically. Once wired in, use your winch as normal. When you release the switch, the winch stops dead. But if you don't want that and you want to revert back to the winch working normally, just turn it off. It's that simple. Fair leads. Some big changes this year. Our fair leads have been fantastic, but we spoke to the manufacturer, made some design changes, And we've increased the size of the end plates here from 4mm to 6mm. We've opened the throat to allow 12mm thimbles to pass through instead of locking in there. We've also increased the plate size here. Yeah, okay, we've got a nice fancy name tag, but it's there for a reason. We've now added 2 fixings rather than the singular 1 fixing. Free spool drums. Now, we spoke earlier, we've now got 5 ratios at the top, but we've now also got 3 lengths of drum. We've got the short drum, same as 8274. We've got standard, which is 76mm longer than the short. Then we've got this monster. It's the long drum. It's 114mm longer than this and is available straight off the shelf. In fact, every configuration is available straight off the shelf, all at one great price. I'm incredibly proud of this winch. I'm incredibly proud of the staff that have helped to develop it as well, and the guys and girls that have been testing them for us. So check them out. Look up gigglepinwinches.com or give us a call and we'll help you out with all your winching needs. See you soon.